Here on Video Land here, I'm going to show you my version of the wood processor, and then I'm going to walk you through the measurements and steps of material that I used. And I went home every night when I was building this and watched other videos, and I had a tough time figuring out what they'd done so I can copy off of theirs. Well, I'm going to show you through mine and hope you guys get some ideas. What I used for the chainsaw was a simple steel 041. Yeah, it is a 1978 saw, but it's real simple. Just a plate, a barn door hinge, mounted on the front here where your teeth rakes are at. Simple. One bolt in the back. Really simple. Just mounted on the hinge, mounted on the stop plate here. I made it real simple. They don't take no effort to make it work. Come on over here. For my valves, I used the bought everything out of Central Supply. You got your auto cycle, one for the clamp, one for down here in the bottom, here where my cylinder's at for my adjustable wedge. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out the dimensions on that. Maybe you can see in my hand here, see what kind of dimensions are. So we're looking at almost 2.5 hands there, so I didn't bring tape measure with me. And back up here, this is for the hydraulic motor for the chain drive system. I used the chain sprocket up in front, was a 20 tooth, and 30 out here, and 13 back there. And the hydraulic motor is a 150 RPM motor, which is the most expensive one there is. It was like $160 for that one. And the cylinder down here, yeah, I did kind of overkill. I used a 5" by 24" stroke. 5 inches a little bit too slow. I sure went to the 4, but well. In the box here, everything's made out of 5/8. It's really overkill, really heavy built back up underneath. This is 3/16 and quarter, 5/8, a ½ inch up here. It's definitely overdone. But then for the hydraulic, for the motor, I just went to Harbor Freight. They got brand new motors for $700. I used the biggest hydraulic pump they got for log splitters, was 28 gallons. It works really good. I have got no faults yet. And for the oil tank, I just used a 100-pound LP cylinder. Yeah, it was a cheap source I used. And back here in the log deck, that's pretty simple. And the come on over here, camera girl. Now back here, this is 20 tooth sprocket. And all this is a conveyor chain. It's called a 60/20 or 20/60 or something like that. I think you ought to go to an 80/20 link. The 60 link is sprockets what works on this. It just go every other tooth. I just welded these plates on, 1/4 inch. It works pretty good. Camera people, come over here and show you this here, how this works here. This is pretty simple. I spent half a day trying to figure out how the adjustment of that. That works pretty good. So, and back here is the back side of the motor and the pump. This is the 28-gallon pump. It's the biggest one you can buy for the log splitters. And what I made to the conveyor length out of, it started out with 2 15-foot chunks of chain. So basically 30 foot of chain, roughly about 14 foot of conveyor. I can handle a 20-foot log. It hangs over in the end a little bit and a little balancing work, but I can get her done. The clamp here Yeah, once again, I had to lay on the floor, and I used a 10-inch stroke by 2-inch bore. And you can tell by my arm here, this is about 8 or 10 inches from here to here. Another 16, 18 inches there. And this is just simple here. This is just made out of a hay rake spring for my backstop. And down here I used a 8-inch by 2-inch bore cylinder. It works pretty good. I'm proud of what I built. I hope you guys can pick up some ideas off of it. Thanks a lot.